Welcome back to another episode of Power Word Nerd.
Alright, we're back with another Power Word Nerd D&D stream. This is, recording.
What's up?
This is going to be a one-shot called The Trial of Tears. It is going to be Steven playing his character Stripe and Don playing his character Bliken. Would you guys like to introduce your characters?
Yeah, we're twins. Oh, wait. We're twins, Precious, and we like to be together whenever we can, because we're twinses.
That can be your voice?
Yes. I don't think so. I hate your guts. But you're my brother. I love you so much. You were given everything. What was I given? We're both orphans. What opportunities? I'm an orphan. Look around you. Yes, I have you, Stripe. You're a brother. My God. You sound like you're unbearably naive. You're 4 years old, you piece of shit.
Yeah, so
I'm practically an adult. I know, but you're still a little baby.
So just like the other mini campaign, this one shot takes place as a prequel to the main campaign that I'll be running. This takes place 4 years before the start of my main campaign, and both of these PCs are going to be 4-year-old goblins. They both have been raised for 4 years at the Lost Treasures Orphanage, and it's basically all they know. So this one shot is a little bit different from previous, from most D&D campaigns. Basically, instead of starting as level 1 PCs, they're basically level 0. They don't have classes, they don't have any spells, any abilities, any proficiencies.
I don't understand why he says I have everything. I literally have nothing. They
have nothing. But they're still going to run through this adventure, and we're going to see how it goes. So, I'm going to not say any of this stuff. No, we're just going to begin. This will come up as we go.
Okay.
So, again, we're starting at the Lost Treasures Orphanage. This establishment has been around a long, long time. It was founded by the philanthropist Alados Thubild in year 40. The orphanage became a respite for young children without parents or family to keep them fed and cared for. Bliken and Stripe start out seated at their desks in a familiar classroom, where they have learned many lessons at the orphanage. In front of them is a large blackboard up against a wall. The door near the blackboard has always been closed and locked, but now it stands wide open. TOT is engraved above the doorway, as it always was. Headmistress of the school, Miss Laura, stands there as well, with a cold smile on her face. Good morning, boys.
Hello, Headmistress. How's it doing?
How are you guys doing today?
It's business. We do good, Mistress, thank you.
You're always so sweet, Bliken.
You care for us. You care for me and brother.
Today is a special day.
Oh.
Orphans at Lost Treasures get an education, food, a place to sleep. And this is done to honor the orphanage's founder, Alados Thubild, who built this place thousands of years ago. In keeping with tradition, once gifted orphans are ready, they are given a special opportunity. Bliken, you have shown yourself to be a talented young goblin, clever and impressive. The other nuns and I have come to believe you will accomplish great things in your short goblin life.
Oh, yes, I'll be dead soon, I'm sorry.
Stripe, you are Bliken's brother.
Yes.
Anywho, behind the TOT door is a challenge for the two of you.
What is that, it?
It is a trial. Yes, that's it, Stripe.
Oh, man.
This is quite an honor. Bliken is pretty impressive.
You're a wonderful brother, Stripe. Love you very much. But you do. I do.
It is a trial.
We are twins. Can you see resemblance?
In your appearance, yes, but you're much better than him. Anyway, it is a trial, a maze, a growing contest of intellect, strength, speed, and skill. The two of you will be competing against one another in the Trial of Tears. Reach under your desks. You will find a backpack containing things you can use to aid you in the trial. You may bring the backpacks with you.
I will reach under, look at the backpack.
Ooh, I have a shovel. Yes.
Come, follow me through the threshold. And she gets up and motions you to follow her. And she walks through that TOT door.
You gave us arrows, no bow.
She says nothing and just walks through.
I bet Bliken got a bow. You got a bow? I can't read. But you're better. You're the chosen one.
You don't need to read because I didn't hand you a list of items. I handed you a backpack.
Oh, Don can't.
So you don't need to read.
No, I'm not gonna bow, but I got 2 daggers. Would you like one? No, I have my own daggers. I don't need your stuff. Okay, I'll help you, Stripe. Okay. I have superior hearing potion, but I don't have that much HP. That's meta. Shut up.
How much HP do we have? Did you say?
So you
would have to roll your, or you wouldn't even have to roll
first. So we'll get up and follow through the door.
Okay. Yeah. You descend stone steps for approximately an hour. It's pretty deep. Some of the steps are crumbling. It appears to be like a really old stairwell. There's lit candles on both sides of the walls. When you get to the bottom, there's a landing, and then there's a really large, cavernous room. The walls are comprised of brown dirt, and there's a musty smell in the air, like it's not not a breathable space. But you do see a hole in the ceiling, and you can feel a breeze blowing through the hole. So, despite the musty smell, torches are lit on stands about the room. You see the large statue of a humanoid rogue in the center of this space. And you recognize 3 figures standing there with Miss Laura and yourselves.
You said we recognize them?
Yes, you recognize them.
Who are they?
You recognize Jorah, one of the teachers at the orphanage. He is a burly human man. You know him to have kind of a little bit of a foul temper and a reputation of strict treatment of the orphans. You recognize Mischief. He's another goblin that you recognize from the orphanage. He's about 3 years older than you. You guys are aware he's a little bit older than you, so he's kind of like a more of an adult goblin. And you also recognize an elderly human man with a long gray beard and battle scars. His name is Draven. You've seen him about the orphanage, and you've interacted with him. He's not an orphan. He kind of does business there. He doesn't live there, but you know he's been in and out. You've seen him around. Okay. Jorah looks at both of you and he says, recite the code of lost treasures. Do it now.
With code?
I would like to roll a history to see if I know it.
Sure.
18 plus...
Oh, you remember the code.
9 plus 1, 19.
Yeah, you remember the code.
Okay, so I recite the code to him.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay, so he recites the code along with Bliken. It seems like Stripe doesn't even make an attempt, like a legitimate attempt at reciting the code that you guys recite every morning that you should know. He says, peace is a lie. There is only passion.
Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken.
That is correct.
That's the code of the Sith.
I was going to say, that sounds like the Sith.
Oh, is that you? Did you really steal that?
Did I steal that? You stole that, motherfucker.
You sent me this.
That is true, you did.
You sent me this.
This is all from you.
I did?
Yes. Like 3 years ago. Yes.
All right, so that's the code of the Sith.
Welcome to the Trial of Tears. I will be the head proctor of this exam. Today's trial has been carefully designed and modified by me and tailor-made for the two of you. You will decide amongst yourselves which of these 2 assistant proctors will travel with each of you as you navigate the trial. And he motions over to Mischief and Draven. I have given them instructions on how the trial is to proceed. They will provide additional challenge and guidance. Do not interrupt me!
He was right where he was.
I'm waiting for him to say something. He reaches into both of his pockets and he pulls out these 2 small vials of this like electric glowing blue liquid. And he hands them over to each of you. Here, drink this.
Bliken looks at it, and he's kind of scared of Jorah, so he just drinks it.
Do I notice anything about this? Like, have I seen it before?
You've never seen it before. You would somewhat trust Jorah, I would think.
I'll pause just long enough to see if Bliken has a reaction, and then I'll down it if he doesn't.
Nothing happens to him.
So I'll down it as well.
After he sees that you drank it without questioning him, which he appreciates, he says, "This solution will grant you greater vitality and offer protection from the hazards of the trial, including death. On top of that, the assistant proctors will step in to protect you as well, if need be. The 2 of you will be more or less safe from death during this test, but you will find this maze quite challenging. You could choose to work together throughout the trial, or to split up. The choice is yours. Keep this in mind. The Trial of Tears is a competition. Only one of you can win. The one that reaches the end of the trial first reaps the rewards. There are multiple paths, but only 2 will lead to the end of the trial. You will have 3 days to complete the trial, 72 hours. You could short or long rest at any time. You can work together as you please, but keep in mind, this is a competition. There can be 1 winner. You cannot share the prize. You can battle each other as much as you like. Just be mindful of your time constraints. You may find you are growing more skilled and experienced as you traverse these trials. You will start with no equipment aside from what Miss Laura has provided you in your backpacks. If you have any questions, please ask."
What are we trying to get, Master Jorah?
Well, for the reward, at the end of the Trial of Tears, for the one of you that reaches the end of the trial first, you will be presented with something truly special. The Elixir of Ravenscar. When the founder of Lost Treasures Orphanage began the Trial of Tears thousands of years ago, he provided a finite amount of this special elixir. Not infinite, finite, he said. Those that drink of this potion gain a permanent increase to their vitality and abilities. And I'll tell you guys now what it does. Even though he wouldn't meta this, I am going to tell you. You will get to choose 1 skill and gain a double proficiency in the skill. You will get 10 permanent max HPs. And you will get to put a +2 in 2 stats of your choice. It is it is a gigantic reward. It is a serious fucking reward.
How long does this blue elixir last?
It will last for the entirety of the trial, the 72 hours. The 2 of you are fortunate because the Elixir of Ravenscar, as I said, there was a finite amount granted to the Lost Treasures Orphanage. And at the end of today's trial, that elixir you will drink is the very last one remaining.
Life is so short, brother.
For you?
Yes, you too. We lived the same amount of years, and we're halfway there, and we could die.
And die at 8. Live till at least 13.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too.
God, I hate you.
Why are you hating so much?
You're so perfect. You would masquerade around.
Oh, okay, I'll help you.
You're not following me anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where's the door?
Yeah, where's the
Well,
door?
you have to choose your proctors.
Do we know anything about them from our previous time here?
I mean, you're free to talk to them. You know that Mischief is an older goblin. He, as far as you knew, he was just an orphan like you guys. You don't know him to be in charge of anything or to work at the orphanage. As far as you know, he's just an orphan. He's kind of like a little bit of a mischievous, as his namesake, type of goblin. I would say you guys probably looked up to him a little bit because he was a little bit older and seemed to know a little bit more about the world. Now Draven, the older man, mostly when he would come in, he wouldn't really interact with you guys too much, but you'd see him often speaking with Jorah and Miss Lara and the others at their work at the orphanage. But he doesn't work there as far as you know.
No, brother, I think that's clear.
It is? Yeah, of course it is. Yes, we take them both.
Yes, yeah, we have to pick one for each of us.
Anyway, I just thought you were orphan like us. What do you do?
Well, there is something a little special about me.
Yeah?
I've done the trial before, and I won.
You did?
Uh-huh.
How old are you?
It was 3 years ago, when I was 4, just like you guys.
Did they change this layout?
They change it every time. They tailor-make this, and then you hear Jorah say, "Stop it, Mischief!" He just stops talking.
Mr. I'm trying not to meta this, but I want to know, like, class, so I don't know how to ask it. Like,
You want to know his class is? You don't know the fuck his class is? What kind of question is that, Don?
like, what do you do? Like, are you a sword fighter? Are you a magician? Are you a wizard?
You ask him that question?
I'm trying to ask
What are you
him what...
skilled in, Mr.
He looks at you strangely. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with knives, and I'm pretty smart, I'd say, and I'm pretty agile and fast.
Okay.
You, same question.
Yeah, Mr. Draven.
You're asking him what he's good at?
Yeah, what you're skilled at.
Well, I was a soldier in my day. Been in a couple of the Great Wars over an A. Boys, you might not remember me, but I'm the one that brought you here.
That was you?
My brother and I, we killed many goblins when we were younger. But that was long ago. More recently, when I was exploring the unclaimed territory of A, I once again was forced to fight your kind, goblins. It saddened me, but I was forced to slay them. After the carnage, there were you two infants. I could have left you there for the elements to take you. I could have killed you myself, but I thought to myself, it's...
Why does he want to kill babies? I'm not saying... This is Don laughing, not like...
I thought to myself, I owe something to this race, to these people. I'll care for these goblins. So as I had done before, I scooped the two of you up, and I brought you to my home in Piltover. And a short time later, traveled to the Lost Treasures Orphanage here in Port Dragonfly. Gave you to Miss Laura and Jorah to look after.
So
you know,
instead of truly taking care of us, you just drop us off on the doorstep. Mischief, I think I'd like you to accompany me.
Okay, let's go.
Sir Draven, if you could help me, I'm kind of small. Could you accompany me?
Well, of course, Bliken. I will step in and keep you safe as best I can.
Thank you. Let's go, Stripe!
Okay, which way would you like to go?
Whichever way you'd like to go, brother.
Let's go.
What do we see?
So, in front of you, you do see those 5. Let me double check. You do see 5 separate entrances. You see the 2 more on the left. So basically, you guys are coming down the stairs, basically where Miss Laura is standing, the blue dress.
Okay.
So you're basically coming down in front of her. So in front of you, you see the torches. You see that statue of Ravenscar in between the torches, and then there's 5 separate paths. You're facing.
Miss Laura is not able to accompany us, right?
She was not offered as one of the proctors. No.
Have we ever seen Miss Laura display any kind of magical ability?
Yeah.
Like what?
You've seen her do some basic magic like some basic mage hand. You've seen her use prestidigitation, some basic spells. You've never seen her do like a high level magic spell or anything like that, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Kind of odd question, but.
Why don't we go straight, Bliken?
Okay, Stripe, let's go.
Okay.
And I grab Stripe's hand, we try to walk in together as twin brothers would.
I won't. I don't want that.
Bliken grabs his hand very happily and skips toward the first door. With his brother
I don't let him.
in his
I don't
hand.
let him grab me.
Because
Personal space.
because I'm allowing combat and stuff like that, PvP in this one shot, I will allow you to roll against him if that's what if you're trying to force him. Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I'm trying to be like,
Well, if you're not trying to force him and he's not allowing you to, then you just failed to do so.
Oh, okay. So he tries to, grab his hand and, enthusiastically go with Stripe, and then Stripe doesn't. He says, "Okay," and he just waits for his
We have
brother.
to show strength, Bliken. Lead the way. Show them your strength. You're the chosen one.
Who said I'm chosen?
Mischief
one?
cocks his head.
Wait, did they?
Who?
Yeah, did they ever say I'm the chosen one?
No.
Okay. Why am I chosen? Why do you always say that to me?
Because it's obvious.
To who?
The word.
Oh. Where's
Just
that
go.
Okay, let's go. So I start walking with Draven through the first door, expecting Stripe to come through with me.
I'm going to.
You're not going to.
I'm not. I'm going to run to a different door.
Okay, so you're going through the middle door.
Yeah, I guess I'll go through the middle
So
door.
put your character there, and then which way are you going, Steve?
We'll go here.
Okay, so I need you guys to roll priority. This isn't for combat. This is to determine who's going to get to go first, because it matters a lot.
16.
Oh, well, you got me, because I got 11 plus whatever.
Mine was 14 plus
13.
2.
Okay, just note that Bliken and Stripe. All right, so Bliken goes first. Before anything happens in that room, the passage of time is going to be a little different here because of the way I expected you guys to split up. You don't have to, but I expected it. So I just want you to look this over real quick. It just kind of shows you how the time's going to pass. It's a little strange.
What's your social?
No.
Can I have your credit card number, Dan? The one that was stolen?
All right, so you walk into this room, and you see that there's a 50-foot wall basically across from where you are, and there's a rope hanging down from it, and you can see a door at the top of the rope, and there's like a short little landing.
Sorry, hold up.
Sure.
Say again? So I walk in, and there's
a 50-foot wall, and there's a rope hanging down, and you see at the top of the rope is a small landing with a door in front of it. And you could surmise by looking that you're supposed to climb the rope.
Cool. So I'm gonna pull on the rope and see if it's strong enough to hold me.
Okay. You don't have to do a check for that. You tug on it, and it seems like it's sturdily connected to the ceiling.
Okay, cool. So I'll try to climb up, and I'll ask as I'm climbing up. I'll ask Draven, "Is Stripe behind me?"
Draven kind of furrows his brow, looks behind.
Oh, maybe he just got lost. I'll keep going. So I will climb up the rope.
Roll acrobatics.
Not good. 5.
All right, so you try to climb up the rope, and you get like a quarter of the way up.
7, but anyway.
All right, so you still fail. So you get about a quarter of the way up, and your hand slips, and you slide back down. And that took an hour.
To try to climb up the rope?
It took a half hour, I guess, technically.
Okay.
So it is Steven's turn. You went through the room all the way on the, which one?
Right here.
You went to the room
Second
right.
to last one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
To the right of the room that I went into.
Gotcha. All right. So you get into a room. There's nothing there except you see a pool of water at the far end.
What do I see when I look into it?
So you walk over to the pool and like just look down?
Well, what is it? Is it like it's like a flat plane, right? And then,
Yes.
And then a pool?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll walk to the edge and look into the pool.
Okay, you look in. You have dark vision, right?
Yes.
So you look in. You see that it's not that deep, but you could see that like up against the wall. It looks like it keeps going. It looks like.
Does it look like there is a space underneath it to traverse, like to swim underneath the wall?
It looks like there is.
First, I'd like to fill up the small empty jar with whatever this liquid is.
Sure.
And then I'll turn to Misfit.
Looks like we have to swim. Can you swim?
He goes, I can do everything you could do.
Okay. Okay, let's get as close as we can and try to swim underneath.
Okay. He's not going to do anything before you do it.
Okay. I'm wondering if I should tie a rope to me, but that might hinder me.
Steven.
Okay. I'm wondering if I should try to play it safe or not. I'll tie a rope around my waist.
Okay.
And affix it as close as I can to the opening of the water.
Okay.
And I'll make it so that I can easily unlatch it if I need to.
So what are you wrapping the rope around exactly?
A rock.
Yeah, we'll say there's rocks there, sure.
Yeah, just a rock, and then I'll,
Loose rocks.
Oh, there's like this is like smooth like glass.
You are in like a dirt tunnel underneath the orphanage.
The tunnel is like smooth.
It's not completely smooth. There are rocks, but there's not like a heavy stone that's like affixed to the ground.
Okay, in that case, then
And you would recognize that as you were looking. You would recognize that.
Okay, in that case, then I'll just jump in. I'll dive into the water and attempt to swim underneath the wall.
Okay, so you go into the water. You can roll either a... What the fuck did I do with this? Oh, you can roll either a survival or an athletics. Your choice.
Great. So let's see. So athletics would be +0.
Yep.
And survival
+1
would be plus. Well, I don't have proficiency in it. So technically, I don't have anything. So it's just be wisdom and strength. This is weird to figure out anything. But either one's a +0, so it doesn't matter. 2.
2? Okay. So you enter the water, and you realize that you were much worse at swimming than you thought you were. Not only do you fail to progress forward from where you dive, but you actually begin to sink down. You can make a Constitution save.
8.
Okay, you are drowning. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. You were drowning. And an hour has passed. Doken, you are up. Bliken.
All right, so Bliken, after struggling to try to get up the rope, he looks at Draven and says,
Mr. Draven, could you help me to get up the rope?
I'm sorry, I cannot.
Okay,
I'm here to keep you safe.
can I look around and see if there's any other way, like maybe a path or something? That...
Sure. So in the room, you see there are 2 walls on either side, and in front of you is a 50-foot wall with a rope.
Okay.
And the room is empty.
Okay,
From those
empty.
things.
There's no
nothing
other
else
like
there.
secret like passageway that I could try to
Roll
find.
investigation.
Investigation? No.
Okay.
Bliken kind of just does a, and I'll try again to climb up the rope. Oh yay! Acrobatics, you said, right?
Yep.
19.
So you were able to climb the 50 feet, and you were able to get up to the door at the top, and the door is a plain door.
I open the door and walk through it.
You gain 15 experience points,
Okay.
and you successfully got through the door.
Sweet.
Steven.
Okay, so
As I go through the door,
Stripe be right behind me. I see him soon.
Draven climbs the rope very easily behind you, by the way.
cool.
I'm underwater.
Yes.
Drowning.
Can I see through the other side, like an exit?
You see that it actually goes pretty far. It goes about 150 feet to the next wall, straight across. But you can't see anything past that. You don't know what's there.
Okay.
I will swim as far as I can. I'm going to use my daggers in both hands to try to help me get going by placing them into the thing.
It is a narrow passage.
Yeah.
That would work. So again, I'll let you roll an athletics or survival with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Because that would work. Sure.
A 9 or a 9. So a 9.
So unfortunately, you once again fail to move forward, and you continue to drown. So I know you don't have a lot of HP. You take 1 more bludgeoning damage, and you fail to progress. Bliken, it is your turn. You walk into the next room, and you see you enter the room and you see a very elderly-looking nun. You recognize her as Miss Orloff. There is a door behind her, and Draven says, "Well, Bliken, this is another test. All you have to do is convince Miss Orloff to let you through the door. As simple as that."
What do I know about Miss Orloff?
You know her as one of the nuns that work in the orphanage. You're very familiar with her. What? You're very familiar with her. You know she likes you and favors you over Stripe quite a bit, and that you have a really good relationship with her.
Okay.
She really likes you a lot.
Okay. I walk up to Miss Orloff and say,
Hello, Miss Orloff. How are you doing?
Oh, little Dokey boy, how you doing?
"Who's Doki?"
A little Blakey boy. Always thinking Doken. Little
Yeah,
Blakey
I know.
boy. She pats your head. Oh, you already made it to me, huh?
Yes.
She tickles under your chin.
I giggle a little bit.
I said, Stripe is right behind me too. He's taking longer than I thought he would.
Of course he is. He's not as good as you.
Well, I think I need to go into the next room there. Can I go?
Well, why would I let you go? You have to earn it. Tell me why.
Well, I'm taking a test, and if I don't get to the end of the test, then I fail, and I think everyone kicked me out of the orphanage.
And Bliken just kind of looks like he's kind of panicking a little bit.
Okay, she'll say, "Oh, Dokey boy," or "Blakey boy."
I feel like every time you call me Doken,
"Oh, Blakey boy, we would never kick you out of the orphanage. We love you here."
Oh, okay.
Roll a persuasion. No advantage or anything.
okay. Crit 20.
You son of a bitch.
She turns around, walks up to the door, pulls a key out of her pocket, unlocks the door. Go ahead, Blakey boy, go right through.
Thank you, Miss Orloff.
And you gain another 15 XP.
Oh my God, you son of a bitch!
And
You should have come with me, asshole!
you made it through. Another door. Well, Stripe, not going well so far for you.
Well, there's not much I can do underwater.
No, I know.
Remember when I said come with me?
Shut up.
Yeah, I would have been like, can you let my brother through?
Shut up.
And she would have said yes.
I will once again try to propel myself with my daggers.
Let you roll survival or athletics with advantage again.
It's still plus 0. I regret buying these dice instantly.
What was your high roll?
8.
What's up, Dan? How you doing?
What do you expect?
You take two.
have no stats.
You take 2 more.
Okay.
Well, Doken.
I'm going to start keeping a tally. That's number 3. Doken tally.
So we're not on these anymore. Let me swap real quick. We go to... What is that? P? Okay. Fucking move this shit over here. Alright, so you walk into the next room. And you see... Oh. We walk through the door, and there's like a little bit of a short passage before you get to the next room. And this room is completely dark. You have dark vision, so you can see. There's a small lit candle.
Hold on one second. Go on.
There's a small lit candle on a table in the room. It's lit. You also see that there's 3 doors in the room. There's one straight in front of you, one on the left, one on the right. Draven says, you've reached the next challenge, Doken. Bliken, fuck.
That's 4.
Bliken, one of these doors.
Doken's gonna be my patron, by the way.
One of these doors is a tunnel leading you to the next room, with a hole in the roof going up all the way outside the maze. The other 2 doors lead to stone walls. He reaches in his pocket and he pulls out a pink key and he hands it to you. And he says, this key will open any of the doors, but once you use it, it will forever be stuck in the keyhole. You only get 1 try. Also, leaning up against one of the walls, you do see a dusty suit of chainmail.
Don't look at me, I'm drowning.
Alright, so dark room. He gives me a key that will open up one of the 3 doors.
It will open up all the doors, but you can only use
Right,
the key
but I can
once.
only use the key once.
How does he know
on
it's a
the
pink key?
dark vision?
Use
Is
dark
just black.
vision. Can he see
Dark
color?
vision
And
is
there's a
black
lit
and white.
candle.
You cannot see color with dark vision.
What about light? Light? Can you see with light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So with these 3 doors, 2 of them will lead to a snowbank,
To a stone wall,
stone wall, and then
and one will lead to a tunnel. Tunnel leading you to another room, going all the way outside of this maze.
so I'm gonna ask her. So if I choose wrong door,
I think I described that wrong. Well, basically, one will lead you to out of the room.
okay. So if I choose wrong door, then my trial is over and I fail.
I didn't say that.
How would I? What happens if I choose wrong door?
Well, you choose the wrong door, you'll be met with a stone wall. If you choose the right door, you will see the next room, and there will be a opening in the ceiling leading to the outside.
So I would like to investigate the pink key that he gives me and see
Sure.
if there's anything about it that's distinguishing, like
Sure.
a snake or something like that on.
Roll an investigation.
17 plus 2.
Okay. The pink key does have a little bit of a design on like I guess you could say like the base of the key. I don't know if you want to say it. It's like a little bit. It's a very old faded drawing of like a raven or something, some kind of bird.
Okay.
Raven or like a pigeon or something like that, some kind of bird.
Okay. So on that key, I noticed that I'd like to look at all the doors and see if on the doors there's anything matching that key.
Okay. You don't have to roll anything. Every door looks exactly the same, and they're very plain, just plain wooden doors with like a brass handle.
Nothing distinguishing like on the locks or anything. Okay.
Nope.
Can I roll like an investigation to see if I feel like a draft coming from the door that would be leading to the outside? Because he said that there is something leading to the outside and everything else leads to a stone wall.
Yeah, you can roll. You can roll for that.
What?
Investigation. You just said it.
Nope.
What'd you roll?
6.
I will actually, in front of one of the doors, the middle door, you do feel a little bit of a draft coming from it.
Okay. So I will take the key to that middle door and I will open it and walk through this one.
Okay, so
Saying,
the door opens. In front of you, you see like another small room. Nothing's in the room at all except another door straight across from you, and in the ceiling you do see like almost like a opening where there's like a kind of a little bit of like not a little bit. There's a significant draft coming through.
Okay. And there's nothing to climb up. It's just straight.
Yeah,
up.
it's too high up. It's real high up. It's like 30 feet up. But in front, across from where you are, there is another door. You entered the door that you opened. In this room, all you see is in the ceiling there was that hole with the draft coming down, and then across from you there's another door.
And straight up there is like an attic thing.
It's not an attic. It's like a tunnel, like a hole,
Okay.
like a wind tunnel, things like that.
So that doesn't look like a something that I could climb up, or like there's any like pathway in there.
I'll say the hole's big enough where a person, definitely a goblin, could fit in there.
The walls to the side of me, are they like dirt walls or are these like stone walls?
They're dirt walls.
Could I potentially take my daggers and try to climb up the dirt walls?
You could try.
Okay.
Roll.
Nope.
Okay. Steve.
Oh, I can't go through the door?
No, Steve's turn.
All right, cool.
I'm going to first, so with one hand, I keep with my daggers. With the other hand, I'm going to take out one of the small healing potions, put it to my lips, create a suction, down it.
Roll your. Is it like a bonus action? You have a potion belt? You don't have a potion belt.
Potion belt?
Yeah. So you're going to reach in your bag, pull out a potion, uncork it, drink it. Then, with your other hand, use a dagger to pull yourself along this underwater tunnel and swim. No.
Okay, well, we want to get technical. Is there a current in this underwater thing?
No current.
Okay, well, I'm just using my normal movement then.
So no dagger then.
Well,
Okay.
Well, no,
I'll
what
let
I'm
you do
saying is underwater is just normal movement.
No. You're doing checks to go and swim underwater.
Okay.
So do you want to still use the dagger or no?
Yeah, no, I'm using the dagger.
You want to drink the potion?
Well, no, I guess I can't.
You can't do both. All right, so you can roll with advantage again.
I'm gonna pull up that Discord though about swimming.
Yeah, you can.
Dan, you're number
I'm
3.
using those rules.
11.
Dan, you're number 3, right?
What?
Your house?
Yes, number 3.
Okay, cool.
So-
it says it's here.
So go again.
Look at it.
I don't know when it got here.
So you this time you don't drown, you don't fail to move. You are able to traverse. We're not in battle, so I'm going to just let that one roll stand for it. So you are able to traverse that 150-ish feet to get to the end.
Okay.
So you've reached the other side. And you're underwater in a pool. Just underwater.
Okay. Can I get out?
So you can look up and you see that it appears that you can get out of the wherever you are, and I'll let you do that. You head goes up over the water, and you see you're in another room, and there is a door on the other side of the room.
Okay. Can I climb out of the water?
Yeah,
Okay. So I'll climb out. I'll take a healing potion.
sure. You can roll whatever it is. Was it D4? Whatever it is. I don't know.
2d4.
Yeah, you can roll it. Sure. Make sure you take that potion that you used off your
Just
backpack.
So let's see. 1 both times.
It's unfortunate.
So 4 healing.
These rolls are not working for you today.
You know what? These are brand new dice. I think they're going in the trash. We're not getting food, is what I heard.
All right. So you get So there's nothing else in the room.
Okay. So then I'll tentatively and cautiously attempt to open the doorknob.
Door opens and you gain 15 XP.
Hey, you did it! I'm not dead.
You completed 1 room. Good job.
Yay. We're switching to Bliken, or can I do stuff?
Yeah, we're going over to Bliken. Yep. So that's right. All right. So now it's your turn, Bliken. You're still in that room.
Okay. So there's a door that I can exit, and then
There's a door.
Okay. So I'll go up to the door and open.
All right. It opens. You walk through the door, and you gain another 15 XP.
Cool.
Let me just mark. Steven,
What do I see in this room?
you go into this room, and unlike the other rooms, again, it's got the brown dirt walls. In front of you, you see nothing of interest except for another door.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'll go open the... Well, I see nothing.
There's nothing of interest in the room.
What is there?
You got 4 walls, the door you came out of, the door across from you, and a ceiling.
So it appears to be empty. It's not that there's nothing interesting, it just appears to be empty. Okay. Guess I'll try the door.
It opens.
I'll walk through it.
Bliken,
So,
your turn. 2, 3. Gotta switch packets. So you enter a room, and kind of just like with Steven, the room's basically empty. You see a door across from you.
This is me.
Yeah.
Door's empty. Our room's empty. There's just a door across. There's nothing else. How long have we been here so far?
It has been 4 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna walk through the door.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
No, you're dead. Probably. 15.
Okay. So as you get to the middle of the room, you feel a piece of the floor give out.
Mm-hmm.
You jump backwards, and you see these double trap doors swing down. But you evaded whatever that was.
Mm-hmm. So in the spot that it just happened, I'll be extra careful and walk past that. Like, so did I step on something and like a pressure thing like happened?
They basically like the floor itself was actually part of it was like a double trap door. So when you stepped,
so it went
like that, but you felt it and you were able to get back in time.
How far across was it?
About halfway through the room, in a straight line.
No, how far is the trap door?
10
is it like 10 feet?
About 10 feet.
How does jumping work?
You jump.
No.
There is a mechanic for it in the Discord if you want to look. I don't know off the top of my head. You can walk around it.
Oh, then I'll just walk around it.
I mean, assuming that there's not more traps.
Discord. Conquest of Dova. Jumping.
It's also in the book. Somewhere.
Yeah. 10 feet. The DC is 10.
So you can make an athletics or an probably just acrobatics check if you want to try to jump over it with a 10 DC. Sounds like.
I'm reading your thing.
Don, you were fucking moving, just so you know.
Cool.
Of course he is.
Steve, you're trying.
I'm not drowning.
You're not drowning.
Most jumps are from 5 to 10 feet. Last jump is 17. I can't understand what you're saying.
Pretty sure it's easy to.
Your long jump distance, jump DC 1. Then 5 feet is 5. I see. Okay, so it's 10 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I will try to make...
The DC is 10.
That's it? All right, so I'm going to try to jump over this.
Okay. Acrobatics.
16 plus 2.
So you're able to easily clear it.
Cool.
You land on the other side and you're golden.
Now I'd like to walk through the door.
You open the door and you gain nothing.
I gain nothing.
But you do get through the door.
Sweet. So I asked Draven. Draven? Draven.
Mr. Draven, is Stripe almost caught up to us yet?
I don't think he followed you, Bliken.
Why are you not following? He said he was coming right behind me, right? His prize was lost. It's okay. This maze is just very confusing.
Bliken, I'm sorry. I don't think they followed you.
Bliken does not want to believe him, but in his heart, he's hurt.
Steven, You enter another empty room. What would you like to do? You see a door across from you.
Okay. Misfit, are these all just empty rooms?
Maybe. It's different every time.
Oh, can you go stand over there?
Where?
I'll point to a corner at the far end of the room.
Roll persuasion. High DC, 15.
5. Plus something.
He just laughs. And doesn't move.
Okay.
I would like to take my small shovel.
Sure.
And just get a little bit of dirt. Like, you know.
You could dig it. You could dig the. Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. Just one shovel full of dirt. And then I'm just going to throw it out in an arc in there and see what happens.
Okay. So the dirt just like sprays across the floor, and nothing strange happens or anything like that. Nothing remarkable happens.
I will then go try the door.
Okay. As you put your hand on the door, something happens.
Instant death.
I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Both of us?
Finally.
14.
What'd you roll, Steven?
19.
Okay. You don't take any damage or anything like that, but you both do feel a stinging pain in your heads. Your vision starts to blur a little bit, and all of a sudden you're seeing something that's not happening in front of you. You see a dark, shapeless landscape. The sky itself is just black. Not night, it's just the color of black. The absence of color. Scene unfolds in your mind. You know in your heart that this event that you're watching is not taking place in the past. It's not going to taking place in the future. This is happening right now as you guys are doing your trial. You just know it. You can feel it in your bones. But it's happening somewhere far away. You see this large army of demons. They're ready for battle. They're geared up. They have armor. They have weapons. But they're clearly a demonic army. And standing across from them in this large area is another force. It's some type of army of like celestials. You see like angels and celestial beings, with heavenly auras and things like that. At the celestial army's back, so like behind them, you see the swirling portal. A golden figure with wings is at the head of the celestial army, and you've never seen or heard of this being before. But just as you're watching this scene unfold, you just know in your heart that this being is a god called Temagorgos. You just know it. It's not knowledge that you had previously. You just know it. And you hear him speak. He says, "Damien, you and both of your uncles overthrew your father, the Grand Emperor of Azumel. You and the other demon lords attempted to storm hell, and you failed. Now, you attempt to storm the material plane of Cortania. You will fail again." A red-winged demon lord, across from where this god's speaking, answers the god in front of him. You know this demon lord, just like the god. You know his name is Damien. You know it, you just feel it in your bones. It's not something you learned, you just know it. You know also that he and his two uncles, the two demon lords standing on either side of him, rule this level of the abyss. He grits his teeth in between pauses in his speech. We're not in hell, this is the abyss.
That's terrible. Don't go to the abyss.
He said,
It's a bad place to just visit.
He says, "My father was a fool. Blank will destroy Azumel, and he cannot be stopped. The Grand Emperor was too prideful to seek outside help when Blank..."
When you're saying blank, is that a name?
It's not a redacted thing. Okay. He's saying the word blank.
Okay.
First invaded, and thus many demons swore themselves to the invader. My uncles and I will use the god of murder's inactive portal to invade Cortania and take it for ourselves. Step aside.
Hey, Steve, you know what the god of murder is?
Ball.
It's Baal.
It is Baal.
It's Baal. You know who the god of murder is?
Fuck.
Murder. Murder, not death.
No.
Murder. But he's lawful neutral. He's lawful neutral. That's canon.
Why you seem mad?
You see,
No reason, Daniel.
You seem mad.
No, there's no reason. Baal's like a lawful good character, the god of murder,
So that god Temagorgos, he says, the other lesser gods and I will not allow you to enter Cortania. A different demon lord speaks. You recognize this creature as one of Damien's
Fuck
uncles.
you, Joe.
And again, deep down in your heart, that this demon lord is called Bainisto. He says, then Zash to die, celestial scum. Another demon lord speaks. You know this to be another of Damien's uncles, Malziz. Tentacles sprout out amongst his sleeves and under his robes. And he says, who blame? Progen, Furalume, all of you, flee and let Demogorgos die by himself. There is no need to throw your immortal lives away as well. The godly figures and celestial figures standing next to Demogorgos, they draw their weapons and take battle stances. Both armies surge towards each other, and an epic battle between gods, angels, and celestials versus demon lords and their minions commences. The vision ends. You feel this pounding in your heads, but your vision comes back. You're again underneath the Lost Treasures Orphanage.
Thanks for watching this episode of Power Word Nerd. Be sure to follow us on all social media sites.